Good afternoon, I'm KHU 11 meteorologist Chris Ramirez. Here's the latest tropics update. Here's what we're going to have to do for the next few days. We are still monitoring the Gulf this weekend. Could see some heavy rain return by the middle of this next week. Might want to check the forecast at least once or twice a day in the coming days because we are tracking that disturbance that's currently in the Bay of Campeche. The National Hurricane Center now giving this a 70% chance of development within the next 7 days. You're able to still see a rather disorganized area of storms in the southern Gulf Bay of Campeche. Weather models are showing that this wave is likely to head into the southern Gulf. We are dealing with the effects of a cold front right now. So in the meantime, all of that tropical moisture and tropical activity is going to remain south of us as we head into the next 12 to 24 hours. However, as we head into Monday, that frontal system very well likely to retreat back towards the north of Houston, and that is going to open up the door for that tropical moisture to return. So whether or not that system forms into a tropical depression or a tropical storm, there is still lots of uncertainty involving this system. But what we do know is that this will bring that rain chance back to southeast Texas, especially along our coastal areas by Wednesday and Thursday. So you're able to see that frontal boundary just north of Houston, and you're seeing that rain chance move inland as we head into the evening hours of Thursday. So lots of uncertainty in terms of any potential track, but we are in the peak of hurricane season, so it's not uncommon for those low pressure systems out over open water in the Atlantic Basin or Gulf of Mexico to form into something. So this is why we need to be extra cautious, at least for the next few days going into the rest of our work week. So if anything does form, whether it's in the Atlantic Basin or the Gulf of Mexico, the next name is going to be Francine. So just a reminder that we are in the peak of hurricane season. Of course, September 10th is that peak date. So usually we've seen some pretty powerful storms actually flare up during this month, especially towards the end of September. So something to keep an eye on in the coming days. And it's the reason why that the KHOU 11 weather team has issued weather impact alert days for Wednesday into Thursday, as we are expecting widespread rain chances from that system like we saw this past week. So something to keep an eye on. We are still anticipating the impacts from this cold front, so we still have at least another day of very feel-good weather for the next 24 hours. So high temps in the upper 80s, lows in the 70s and 60s. Of course, rain chances will be returning back to southeast Texas. We're going to have to be watching the tropics and keeping a close eye on it. And of course, you can always find the latest updated information involving the tropics in our weather forecast here across southeast Texas on KHOU.com, on the KHOU 11 app, as well as on KHOU Plus.